All right. So everybody look on the screen. I'm gonna read a question and I'm gonna call somebody to simply take this question. It says, at a sale, the market price of the coat shown below was reduced from 10,000 to 8,500. Sale, sale, sale. All coats must go. Class, this question is nothing new to you. We work this, and this is like refresher. Most of these questions, class, we work, but still, we're humans and we tend to forget, right? We're humans and we tend to forget, right? Sale, sale, sale. All coats must go. It was 10,000, but now you can come and get it for 8,500. What a deal! We can't miss that. Marina buys one of the coats. What was the discount given to her? So she bought one of that coat, and we want to know what was the discount given to her. All right. Let me call somebody to take that question. I actually want to take it because that's just the icebreaker for this question. As the other questions come. Let me call somebody, take that question. All right. So all right, Tyron, answer that question. All right, go ahead, the microphone is open. Let's sit back as he tells us the answer to this question. All right, so go ahead, Tyron, answer the question. The microphone is open.
Thank you for picking me, sir.
All right, no problem.
Marina buys one of the coats. Marina Marina buys one of the coats. What was the discount given to her? So the discount given to her was $1,500
Tell the class how you got that.
because the coats used to be sold for $10,000. Now they're being sold for 8,500. So you have to subtract to see how much dollars did you didn't like what you got off.
All right, wonderful. So do you want to tell the class what do we call the $10,000? What do we call that?
The the,
Is that the selling price or the cost price?
the cost price.
Okay. And what is the selling price?
The new selling price is 8,500.
All right. So the discount formula we're gonna use, the discount formula we're gonna use, class, is this. So we have discount here. Yes. So UNC discount. We have cost price. Some person may say CP. All right, cost price. Some person may say CP minus the selling price. Some may say SP for short. Wonderful. All right. So the cost price, class, let's look at that. The cost price, as you would have mentioned, is $10,000. So cost price is 10,000. And the selling price is 8,500. Class, very easy as we start the ball rolling. All right, we're now getting warmed. So 8,500. Let's go, class. Let's go. And we subtract. We find the difference there to get the discount. Don't forget the term difference means to subtract. 0 minus 0 will give us 0. 0 minus 0 will give us 0. 5 cannot take 0. I go to my neighbor at the end. Hello, may I have one? Sure, you can have it. That's 0. We have 10. 10 minus 1. All right, taking 1 from 10, that will give us 9. And we have 10. 10 minus 5 going to give us 5. And 9 minus 8 going to give us 1. That's $1,500. All right. Simple, class, and easy as you like. So the discount given was $1,500. Simple and easy as you like. So Tyron, thank you for that feedback, and I trust that you're studying and you're pushing yourself, right? Excellent job. Let's go, class. If you got that right, just raise your hands, class. If you got that correct, just raise your hand. This question is a big one. This is just the start. We're now getting warm up. All right. If you got it right, you can raise your hands. We're now getting warm up. All right. Let's go step by step. Let's go, class. We have the one that says, let me read this question for you. We're continuing. Rashida buys materials and asks the seamstress to make a coat similar to the one on. She pays 7,500 for the materials and $2,700 to have the coat sewn. How much does Rashida pay altogether for a coat? And how much more does Rashida pay for a coat than Marina? All right. So let's go step by step. If you want to answer that question, you can raise your hands, class. If you want to take that question, you can raise your hands. All right, Ariana, tell us the answer for both of those questions. The microphone is open. Go ahead. You can go ahead, Ariana. The microphone is open. I saw you
Sir,
raise
me?
your hands. Yes, go ahead. All right.
Sir,
The
for that
microphone
one,
is.
I have um $10,200.
How did you get that?
How did I get it? I add 7,500 plus 2,700, and I got 10,200.
All right. Let's go ahead. So let's go ahead and work, class. Let me just read it. Rashida buys materials and asks the seamstress to make a quote similar to one on sale. She pays 7,500 for the materials and 2,700 to have the quote sewn. How much? How much does Rashida pay altogether for a quote? And what is your answer? 10,200.
Yes, sir.
So she pays 7,500. Let me go ahead and add what you saying. 7,500 there, and then you have 2,700. Let's add it together and see how much you paid all together. Little class, the importance of the word all together, Ariana. In the meanwhile.
Sir, the importance of the word altogether means like adding up or total.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. So all together means that you're adding up or you're totaling everything. All right. 0 plus you're gonna give us 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 5 is 12. All right, it's double digit, so I put it on the outside. I take my 2 and I put it in my hundreds column there. I take my 1 to be added to my thousand. So 7 plus 2 is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10. We got $10,200. So all together, we add up everything. We got $10,200. All right, wonderful. Very strong. So you can continue, Ariana.
So I got $1,700 for that one.
How much more does Rashida pay for her quote than Marina? Tell the class where you got that.
I subtracted the price, which was now 8,500, from 10,200.
Okay. All right. So Marina, I'm gonna put M. All right. Well, all right. Let me start that. So we have Rashida. All right, Rashida. She would have paid $10,200. And we have Marina. I'm glad this question is quite easy. These ones are easy, right? Marina, which actually is now paying 8,500 because she's on a sale. All quote must go. So she's not paying 10,000. They're trying to trick you. We know it. The selling price is 8,500. Don't try to trick us. That's the cost price. Right? It costs 10,000, but because it's on a sale, it's 8,500. We know. Don't try to trick us. We're not falling for that right now. I I hope you didn't fall for it. And you're just not saying that right now. Let's continue. So how much more? So Ariana, you know that when you hear the term how much more, it's a big thing because if you have maybe you have 10 apples, right? And your sister may have 13 apples. And they might ask you, how much more apples does your sister have than you? You simply know we subtract 13 minus 10 and we get 3. So sister simply has 3 more apples than you. So that is implying that you have to subtract if you don't understand. The class, if you see how much more and so on, is implying that. If you don't understand, you put yourself in a situation, you break it up. You reason, you understand for yourself, and then you work the question. Put yourself in a situation like that. Use smaller numbers, like that same scenario. All right, so 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 can I take 2? You go to the 1. Hello, can I have 1? Sure. That turns to 0. We have 10. Take 1 from 10, that's 9. And we have 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. And 8 minus 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. All right. So, Ariana, what did you get? 1700?
Yes, sir.
All right. Excellent. So, that's $1,700. All right. Wonderful breakdown and feedback. It's quite simple. So, Ariana, I hope that you're studying consistently and you're staying focused. All right. So, keep it up and wonderful breakdown. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Those that got that right, just raise your hands as we continue. Let's go. All right, class. I'm gonna go ahead now and clear my screen. All right, let's go step by step. Class, let's go to this question. Write the extra amount Rashida pays as a percentage of the sale price of the quote. Ariana, you're gonna have to continue this. All right, I'm gonna let you continue this. That same question. I should have put all three, right? So Ariana, just continue this for the class since you already started it, and that's a follow up based on what you just completed. All right. And everybody should have it inside the book as well too. But since you started, let's complete that as we bring this question to a wrap. So go ahead.
I want you to take me. Sir,
I
my
didn't get
answer
that.
is 20%.
How did you get that?
Sir, I put the 1700 over 8500 times 100 over 1.
All right,
I
just let me just
cancelled it.
put. So you put the 1700,
Private maths, yeah?
right? Let's go. 1700 over what?
Over 8500 times 100 over 1. Because percentage is always out of 100.
Excellent. Percentage is always out of 100. And tell the class what we can do when we see so many zeros.
Sir, we could cancel the 20 from 100 and 8500.
All right, that's one with one. That's one with one. Reward. Let's go. So
Sir, we
1700 by,
could use 5 to divide first.
okay. So we have 5 to divide 85 and 1700. Are you using 5?
Yes, sir.
All right. So 5
5
divided by
into
85 will give us
1
what?
with remainder. 5 into 35, 7.
So 5 into 85 is what?
5 into 85 is 17.
Okay, that's 17. 5 into 1700. 1700.
5 into 1700 is 340.
So 5 into 17 is 3. All right. 5 is 15. That's 2 remainder. 5 into 24. And 5 into 0 is 0. All right. So you can continue.
We could use 17 now. 17 into 17 is 1.
Okay. 17 to 17
17
is 1.
into 34 is 2.
Okay. And 17 to 0 is 0,
17
right?
is 0, 0. That's how I
All right.
got 20%.
Excellent. So actually have 20 over 1, which will give us 20%. Right? Very simple class. That is when you find a percentage, right? Right? The extra amount Rashida pays as a percentage of the sale price of the quote. Very simple. All right. So thank you, Ariana. Wonderful breakdown class. If you got that right, just raise your hands. All right. Very simple. We're looking good. If you got that right, raise your hands, class. We don't have to lie. You can be honest. We're working because we just want to better what we're doing. If not, just make it corrections. All right. I'm seeing quite a few hands raised, but class, you can be honest. All right, the extra amount which the pays is a percentage of the sale price of the quote. The extra amount over the sale price of the quote times 100 because percentage is always out of 100. All right, very simple. All right. So class, I have that. I'm gonna work one more. I work one more class. All right. I'm gonna work one more. And this question, you simply bring the class to a close on this one. All right. We'll bring the class to a close on this question. It's an exciting one. And we're able to simply go back and look at it over and over if you don't understand. I'm going to take my time to go through this so that you can understand clearly how to work it as you pay attention to the screen. All right. Let's go to question class. Very simple. Let's go to question class. If you would like to answer that question to close off the class, all right? You can raise your hand and I choose who's willing to take that question. Some persons are scared because they're already seeing so many different angles. You don't want to raise your hands, right? This is a question that we have worked before, and every time I call on persons to simply close off, many persons don't want to do it because they think it's difficult. I'm hardly seeing hands raised. I don't know for what reason, right? The class just note I will shoot some questions to you once you're working this question, right? All right, I'm seeing quite some hands now. Let me go ahead. Let's go, class. So Nazneen, I'm gonna give you a chance to close off the class. Right? I saw you was fighting for to raise your hands all the time. Right, Kieran, I wanted to call you, right? But I'm gonna give you a chance, don't worry. Tomorrow night when I have class, I will simply call you. So Nazneen, just close off the class with this question. Just read it for the class and then we work it step by step. But note I will simply shoot some questions to you and you're working it, right? So go ahead, the microphone is open. Let's sit back and you take us through this question. Let's go step by step. Microphone is open.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Good
B
afternoon.
reads, the diagram EFGH shown below is a square with a straight line connecting the vertex E to the point G. Angle FEG equals 49 degrees. Find the value of x. Sir, to find the value of x, we know that a square is equal to 360 degrees, which has 4 right angles at each corner. So, there's a right angle at E,
All right.
which is
I
8.
just all right. Nazin, just take a point. Let's go step by step.
Okay, sir. Sir, can I go ahead?
No, let me just allow the class to digest what you just mentioned. Right. Let me just put on a note right there. Class to digest this. She just mentioned there. Class, what she is saying to us. He said that a square is equal to 360 degrees. Right? A square is equal to 360 degrees, right? The reason why that is 360 class because a square is actually a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has 4 sides with 4 angles. And the sum of all the interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. Alright? But yes, the square is equal to 360 degrees. That's the sum of all the interior angles. So let's go. All quadrilaterals. Let me give you that note to take in. Don't forget all quadrilaterals.
Is equal to 360 degrees.
Excellent is equal to 360 degrees. That's a four-sided shape, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
all
Quadrilateral
quadrilaterals
is a square also.
excellent. All quadrilaterals equal to 360 degrees, and the square is a quadrilateral. Don't forget that. Let's go step by step. All right, so you can continue.
Yes, sir. So, in a quadrilateral or square, there are 4 interior right angles, and a right angle is 90 degrees. The right angles are at each corner of the quadrilateral or square.
Just stick up in there. So because of square, we know that it forms right angles, and all these right angles class is 90 degrees. That's 190. So we're breaking up this thing. That's another 90. That's another 90 degrees. And this is another 90 degrees. Wonderful. We can continue, Nazneen.
Yes, sir. So there is a 90 degree at E, and it already gave us 45, which is part of the 90. 49. Sorry.
All right.
So now we have to subtract the total, which is 90 degrees, from the 49 degrees we have already stated.
All right, just take a pin there. So we have a 90 degrees. I'm going to pull it out. All right, come straight out here. We get 49 for this angle here. And you want to find the missing angle. So that's 49 degrees class. And you want to find for x over here. All right, and she said that it's a form of right angle. So this is equal to 90 degrees. So because 90 is the overall angle class, because it's from the 90 degrees angle, we have to find the missing amount, which is x. So we have x that she just mentioned. What do we have to do to find for x? Let's tell the class what we need to do.
Sir, to find for x, we must subtract the 49 from the 90 degrees.
All right, so we have 90 degrees, subtract 49 degrees. Everybody follow the screen, don't be distracted. We're going. All right, so we have 90 minus 49. All right, don't unmute my class. All right, let's go. 9 cannot take away, so we go to my neighbor. That's 8. Now I have 10. 10 minus 9 gonna give me 1, and 8 minus 4 gonna give me 4. That's 41 degrees. Let's let me know if you got that.
Yes, sir. X is equal to 41 degrees.
All right, excellent. Class, just take that in. Allow that to digest as we move on to part 2. All right, to take it in, everybody, allow that to digest as we move on to part 2. All right, those that got it right, just raise your hands. Many persons don't want to raise your hands to work. I don't know why. Class, you don't have to fight in these things. Look how we break it up. Look how we put it out. Simple stuff. You got to know all quadrilaterals equal to 360 degrees. And the square is a quadrilateral. All those corners, class, form a 90 degrees angle. That's all you got to know. We work step by step. We're going. We're looking good. Simple concepts. All right. So Nazneen, let me open the microphone for you to continue. All right. Go ahead. The microphone is open.
Yes, sir. I wants us to find angle R. We can
All right.
see that when we divide this square into the straight line from E to J, it forms a triangle, and that type of triangle is a scalene. But no matter the size or shape of any triangle, all the interior angles equals to 180 degrees.
Wonderful. Tell the class, why is it a scalene triangle?
Sir, it is a scalene triangle because no sides or angles cannot be the same.
Excellent. They are not equal. So scaling class. All right. It's not like isosceles with 2 equal sides and 2 equal angles. Scaling has no equal sides and no equal angles. Wonderful. You can continue.
Yes, sir. So we know that x is 41 degrees
Excellent.
and h is another 90 degrees.
Excellent.
So the 41 plus the 90 will give us the part.
Yes, continue.
Sir, 41 plus the 90 will give us 131.
All right.
Which we
but
have
before,
to subtract.
why are we adding 41 and 90?
Sir,
Tell
we
the
need
class
to
why.
add 41 and 90 to find the other part. When we add the
Add.
41 plus the 90, we will know how much more we have to subtract from the total to find the missing part on the other side of the triangle.
All right. Let me just plot it. Let me plot the triangle for the class. Everybody look on the screen. I'm gonna put it out so you can see what she's talking about. Everybody, let's make it easy for herself. Everybody look on the screen. I'm gonna plot the triangle she's talking about. Remember, x is equal to 41. We just found that. Hello, look on the screen. Right? We know that this part is a 90 degrees angle. That's 90. And we want to know what is this angle here. Right? Isn't that so?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead. So we add 41 and 90. That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Let's add 41 and 90 and see what we get. 41 degrees and 90 degrees plus 3 plus 1 is 1. 9 plus 4 is 13. That's 131 degrees. Right? So we subtract 180 minus 131. That's what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Class, remember we're finding for the Mason angle, and all triangles that she mentioned is equal to 180 degrees. We have 131 degrees in total there. All right? Very simple. All right? Very simple, class. All right? So let's go.
Sir,
All right?
so 180 degrees from 131 degrees are going to give us 49 degrees, which is the part next to the 90 degrees in the
All right.
scaling triangle.
All right. Just please don't unmute your mic, please. Thank you. That's 49 degrees. All right, just continue. So when you get a 49 degrees, what will that be? Or where will that be? Over here? For the missing
Yes,
part?
sir.
The class, indeed, it is a scaling triangle because you have three different angles that are not the same. So it is a scaling triangle. So continue now. And we're finding for
Sir,
R.
yes, sir. And R, if you find the other 45, the 49, it's equal to half of a circle because R, which is X, plus the 49 degrees will give us half of a circle. So it is equal to 180 degrees subtract from the 49 degrees, which is equal to 131 degrees. Therefore, R is 131 degrees.
All right. I think I just want you to tell them straight that if you look, it's running on a straight line, right? It's running on a straight line right there. You don't want to miss that out, right? Let them know it's running on a straight line. And all we got to do, because it's running on a straight line, right? Because it is running on a straight line, all we got to do is subtract, 49 from 180. But if you look at it, class, all right, if you look at it, we call those supplementary angles. Angle R, you call it supplementary angles. And I don't know if you know what a supplementary angle is. A supplementary angle is simply an angle, right, on a straight line. Right? It's a supplementary angle on the straight line, basically. All right?
Yes, sir.
And what
Because
is supplementary? Want to continue?
if we add the 90 from the H and the 90 from the G, we are going to get 180 degrees, which is a straight line, minus the little part, which is R, and the 49, which we have already found.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So what I'm telling the class, a supplementary angle is simply two angles. That's simply total. When you add it up, class, it is equal to 180. So angle R, class, is a supplementary angle. All right? And it's running on a straight line. Because it's running on a straight line, class, it's equal to 180 degrees. Don't forget that. I draw this red line here to show it's running on a straight line. That's why it's equal to 180 degrees. And that's why we subtract the given amount, which is 49 degrees, from the 180, and we get what is R. That's all we got to do. So just let me go here and work in a different color. All right? It's running on a straight line, so that's out of 180 degrees. All right? And we subtract the 49, which we got. It was a given amount. In class, you see what we had to employ to work this? We had to look at all triangles that equal to 180 degrees. We had to find, the one at the top. We got 41. Then we got the straight, the right angle, which was 90 degrees. We add those two, 41 and 90. We got our answer, 131, and we subtract it from 180 to find the other Mason angle, which shows that the triangle was a scaling triangle. Because we got that, we were able to find R, which was running on a straight line, which is out of 180. 9 cannot take away 0. I go to my neighbor. Hello, can I have 1? That's 7. Now I got 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 7 minus 4 is 3. And nothing minus 1 is 1. That is 131 degrees. So angle R is equal to 131 degrees, class. It's 2
Yes, sir.
marks.
That's what I have.
It's 2 marks. Wonderful. It's a lot of work in. You got to know what's going on, right? It's not
Is
easy.
41 degrees and R is 131 degrees.
All right, excellent job. All right, thank you so much. I hope that you're studying and pushing yourself and keep on being consistent and dedicated, right? You're a very hard worker. So keep it up, push yourself always.
Oh, you fast, son.
All right, so let's go, class. Let's go step by step, class. So I must say thank you for coming to class today. We did learn a lot and we learned about these angles, class. Triangle, all triangles are equal to 180 degrees. All right, we even learned about the quadrilateral. We know a square is it? It's a quadrilateral because it covers 4 sides, all right, and it's equal to 360 degrees. Very simple. All right. So with that being said, keep working, keep pushing as we simply focus on continuous success. All right, class. So if you don't understand something, you can go back to the videos and simply get it. All right.